welcome back to Farming Simulator 19 with me, CWATTYESO, as I continue to set up my multiplayer server map. This is actually running in multiplayer mode now. If I go into the menu, I have a farm and I remembered to join it. So this is actually in the multiplayer mode. Basically what I've done is just gone to multiplayer from the menu and created a game and used the game save that I set up previously with all the buildings, some of which I've expanded, like with the doubled up on the alien gym buildings here and here, so you've got a bit more cover for your longer vehicles and equipment. Obviously we've got most of the placeables put in last time, a lot of these production facilities and things, which we will be making use of. The animal pens are here, the sheep and the cows and the pigs. There was a couple of modded pens that came out after I'd done this episode that I thought about maybe going back and adding to the server that give you slightly larger sheep enclosures that generate more wool and stuff. But then I thought it's just adding more mods really to the playthrough. And I've also, if we go back now, go and have a look. I've got some fields purchased. We've got field 20 down here. Obviously we start with 19 and 26 in new farm mode. I've bought 11 and 3. We've got 17 over here, which is a fairly big field. I haven't bought any fields sort of down here yet. I might be tempted to buy field 30. And then if I have a look at the land, see, I can't buy that bit of land, which is a bit of a shame. But what I'm going to have a look at is where can I put some placeable, refillable silo things, because we're going to need those. So we're going to need things like lime storage, seed storage, fertilizer storage, all that good stuff. So we'll have a look. So obviously we've got field 19, which is ours over here. We do own this grassy field bit over here, and I do believe, did I say we owned field 11 as well? I keep pressing all the wrong buttons. So yeah, we own field 11 and field 3, so definitely want some refill points somewhere down here. So I'm going to put a seed storage silo in. See, that's actually a field, although it's not, I think, highlighted on the map. I'm sure that is classed as a field. Looking at the... You could cultivate that, I'm quite certain. So we've got to find somewhere to put these where we can use them. In the trees, maybe? Somewhere along this sort of roadside, so we're not quite in the way of field. So there's a seed one. Fertilizer storage. We'll have a fertilizer storage down here. We'll have a liquid fertilizer storage back here. Just basically just filling up this area. And lime storage. So you can come along, get all your refills from. Obviously you're going to have to fill them up. That's one of the critical things. They start off empty. We've actually got to come and fill them, which is nice. Obviously we own field 11 here. And we own field 10. I'm just wondering if we can get another little bit of a placeables, some silos that we can fill up with stuff that we're going to need. Let's do a liquid up here. Let's do seed for refilling your vehicles. Let's do a normal fertilizer. I haven't actually tested these silos, I'll be quite honest. I haven't actually tested how they work. I've tested these ones. I know how these ones work. These have an unload point and a fill point, which is quite useful. And what have you. I haven't tested them out. Right. So I think that's all we need. So I've got my stations up there. Got a bunch of stations over here. As I say, that's a grass field we don't need to worry too much about. There'll probably be some more stations put in. There's enough. Field 17. Let's have a quick run over to field 17, shall we? And see if there is a suitable area for maybe a seed refill and a fertilizer refill. Apparently I don't own the land, so field 18 will give me that bit of land. Wow. Literally you only own the field, it seems. Probably put a seed one there, a fertilizer one there. Just a couple of refill points. They're off the field, so they're kind of out of the way. People shouldn't hit them or get stuck on them with buildings. Like I say, we'll come round and fill them up once we start producing some stuff. Own field 18, sadly. Back over here to field 19, which is ours. Like I say, we have got the refill points down here. That's quite useful to have. Haven't got any for field 26, but we don't need to worry too much about that. So they're done. Right, next thing then is we need to start buying some vehicles and some equipment to put on the farm. Right, we're gonna need a truck. Probably gonna have a warrior, I think. Case red warrior. I'll have it with the big horsepower. Gonna look at the wheels quick. We'll have it with field 5 wheels. Right, and for that we're gonna have a trailer. Now that's our first bits of equipment bought. One truck, one tanker trailer. This will obviously be used for things like doing fuel storage and stuff from the fuel we make. Maybe it's a bit big for that, actually. Which configuration have I just bought that in? the wrong one. I'll sell that off. I completely forgot. That was, sorry, that was my bad. That should be right. Let's go back to the store. Sorry, that was my fault. I clicked over too many times, and I got a tanker that could transport lime, fertilizer, and stuff. And I don't want that. I want the liquid one. So bring this over to the farm. Probably get a small trailer as well for like doing like animals and stuff. But this is a good size trailer to have for when you're trying to make lime and stuff, because obviously it holds 100,000 litres, and for also carrying like digestate and stuff like that to put in slurry and stuff to put in the fertilizer maker that we've got on the farm. Yeah, slowly building up the starting fleet of vehicles. So we've got a truck and tanker, which like I say, we'll bring in. Arc right there. First bit of kit. Right, let's go get another truck. All the trucks are going to be the same unless I get a hook lift, so stops people arguing. The only difference is I can probably chrome up some wheels. Get max a cargo. We'll go cargo wheels on these because these are going to be. This is going to be all in a trailer, so we'll buy that one, and then we'll get a trailer for it. A good, decent trailer. We've probably only got. I don't know whether to go for a Super B right off the bat, or whether that's something we kind of work up to. So I may just look at getting get a cramp, I think. Get a cramp trailer for carting and moving goods around. Bring this one back to the farm too. All parked up nicely nice. Now one of the things I am going to have to do is obviously have a bit of a think now about how to do the server. How it's going to be run when it is live. Originally what I wanted to do was have it hosted as a dedicated server on my laptop. And have my laptop manage and run the server, leaving my PC free to just play and record the game. However, I've had a slight setback today in the fact that my laptop has come back from the place I sent it off to for repair, and it's unrepairable. It can't be repaired, it can't be fixed, so it's dead as a donut, which means I can't host the server on my laptop. And if I was going to host it on a actual sort of server hosting type place, A, that's expensive to me, which is not good. I'm trying to think what all the trailers we want. And also, I could end up obviously being left with quite a lot of expense if there's no one playing on the server. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to do the first few episodes of the series pretty much like I've set this game up just now, in which we do a I just create it as a game, and I run it on the same PC that I'm playing and recording on. And ultimately then when I save and exit the game, the server stops. I don't know whether to get one of those just as a little light pull-about sort of trailer for feeding the animals and stuff, or whether to go for the slightly bigger 47,000 litre one. You know what, just for diversity's sake, I think we will have the smaller one. Right, we'll then get an auger wagon or a couple. I do like that auger wagon that tips out the back. I think that's quite a nice little auger wagon. But at the same time, some of these other ones are pretty good. Hallmaster. I think you need quite a big machine for that though, don't you? 400 horsepower. Kinsey, grain cart. Might put it on tracks. Tracks might be nice. And basically we can use this then for transporting stuff and refilling seeders and planters and lime spreaders in the field. We could. But that's maybe not as critical as some of the other equipment we're going to need. Right, cultivators. Not going to go with anything too big to start with, so I think we're just going to have a couple of these. We'll have 3 cultivators, ploughs, and we'll have 3 of those. We'll see what else we've got. Disc harrows. Right, seeders. Obviously we've got the horse ones, which are 12-metre jobs. Or I think we possibly have a couple of these prontos to start with. Again, we'll have 3 of those. Planters. Right, we need a planter of some sort that can do... John Deere's is something we can work up to. Vader Stafford or Horsch. I reckon we probably have 3 of those. Alright, crop protection, fertilisers, fertiliser sprayers, or do we go for ride-ons? Or do we go for some of these type things? Spreaders, we are going to have a couple of these. Going to get one in. Going to get one in white for lime spreading. And then we're going to get one, do we go for... And I think I'm then going to get 2 in blue for fertilising. That makes sense to me. I can worry about manure spreaders and slurry spreaders later. Do we want a loading? A loading wagon would be a good thing to have. It depends what tractors we go for, you see. And balers again, I'll leave that for the comment section for what people want to get baler wise. Forestry equipment, we don't need any of that yet. Animal stuff, again we've got the mixers, so we're not going to need any of this really. Front loaders and buckets, again something that we can talk about later on. Got the trailers here, auto loading trailers. For transporting stuff like your wool and your eggs. You can use that as an auto loader, I think. Yeah, easy auto load. We've also got this one, which is pretty cool. Put different cages on, stop stuff falling off. And then obviously you've got your big loaders and haulers in here. Again, that's something we can look at later on down the road. Header trailers, probably not going to bother with header trailers, I don't think. Got the milling machine if we need the milling machine for picking stuff up. Store station refill trailer. Okay. Belt systems, obviously we've got the quantum auto load, which is pretty cool. I'm going to have probably some of them. We need, what else we need? We've got the basic stuff, seeders and stuff. We're going to need tractors, of course. And now I kind of need to remember what we've got horsepower requirement wise. So we're going to need about 300 horses max, I think. Something with 300 horses in the max. So we don't need anything too big. Again, it would have been nice to have had some comments and feedbacks and I don't know whether to go with the class. I like the class tractor. We can have it, obviously, it can go up to 445 horses. And we can have wide tyres and weights, wide tyres. Can't get it with narrows though, which is a problem. We could have a couple of them, I suppose, for doing certain jobs. Like the ploughing and that, which does need a lot of horsepower. Its alternative is to get like a Fendt 1000 and crank that up a bit. Obviously that goes up to 517 horses. Have a couple of Fents maybe. A couple of Case Magnums. And it goes up to 435. Narrow twins on that one, which could be an option for when we're doing like fertilising. Do I get a couple of these Case Maxims pups? I don't know, see, I would like the input. Oh, do we go for the JCB Fast Tracks, of course? Michelin's big tyres, they would be beastly machines, wouldn't they? A couple of 8330s. I kind of want to avoid John Deere's because I've used them a lot in my Let's Plays and stuff. Deutschfahr? Deutschfahr. I don't know. See, I don't want to. I can't really. I'm really being indecisive because obviously I don't want to pick tractors and then people go, oh, I don't like those and I don't want to play now because he's picked those tractors. They're not my favourite tractors. I mean, fence 700. Can we get narrow? We can get narrows on that, which would be useful. Can also get a front loader on it, of course. I have no idea what the difference is between those two colours. One's a slightly darker green, so I could have a fence 700 series for when we're doing fertilising, spraying, that sort of stuff. Although it would be kind of pointless to have that with a front loader then if it's got skinny wheels. Fence 700, we'll have one of them. Kind of leads me into thinking we're going down the Fent road. In which case, let's grab maybe 2 of these. In standard configuration. There's 2 900s and then we'll get We'll get 2 1000s. In fact, we'll get 3 1000s because, of course, we've got 3 ploughs. Right, we're going to need some weights then, aren't we, as well? I hope I've got Fent weights installed. If not, we just pick one. Right, we'll go for 1200 for the little one. We'll go 1800 for the 2 900 series. And we'll have 3 24s for the big boy tractors. Right, now I've got to figure out where these have all been placed. Right, there's a skinny weight over here. This is the little boy tractor then, isn't it? And then he's going to have to take something back with him, probably. We'll take the trailer. Get these positioned somewhere. We'll grab a loading wagon as well at one point. So I think we've got covered the basics. We've got a trailer, we've got a thing. We haven't got a harvester yet. Obviously, I'll have to add a harvester. Right, so leave that trailer there. The tractor can obviously come over here and go in the area where we're going to be parking tractors. You'll notice I also put another one over there in front of that building as well. Tractor park there. Right, so this is a 939. Oh, where's, oh, my thousands are all parked over there. What weight's this then? This looks like a scrawnier weight to me. Have I not picked up the wrong weight? I have. That's a scrawny weight. Right, I'm going to take one of these cedars back with me this time. And then I'm going to have to switch these weights over because I've got the wrong weights on these tractors. Oh, I've got the right weight on... No, I've got the wrong weight on this tractor. I think people like the Horse Pronto Cedar. I think that will go nicely. I don't think you'll have too many arguments from people about the Horse Pronto being 9 metres. It's a good middle of the road cedar. Like I say, we haven't got incredibly massive fields at this point that we're going to need multiple people working on. Well, multiple people can work on them, of course, with multiple cedars, but we don't have massive fields whereby we're going to need ridiculous numbers of ridiculous size cedars. So even though I've got like the John Deere DB cedars and planters and stuff, yeah, I've got way too much weight on the front of this thing. Chop that one down. Pick up the scrawny weight. I don't know if there's a quicker way of moving these vehicles on a server and putting them where I want them. There probably is. And if you know how to do it, feel free to let me know in the comments section. Otherwise, I'm just going to be manually driving everything over here and getting everything parked up. Another 939 Vario. So we're going to want another scrawny weight, which is back here. Then I'll grab another Pronto Cedar. Take that with me. Time isn't running, so nothing's growing at this point. So the fields aren't growing. So field, obviously 26 needs to be like cultivated and limed and ploughed and stuff like that when we start. Field 20 does have grass on it. I've taken care of that and made sure we've got grass sown and growing on that field. 2 horse planters next to one another. Now one of the big boys, big 1050s. Might as well grab the last of the horses. I'm basically just going to get these all this equipment transferred over to the farm, and then we'll be having a look, see how things go, and hopefully we'll be in a position whereby we'll be able to start pretty soon. Obviously I'll remove the rest of the money from the account, so we do start pretty much from scratch, apart from our starting fleet and our vehicle placeables and stuff. And the idea and goal of the multiplayer series then will be to try and have reach 20 million. 20 million will be the goal, at which point I'll consider the map and everything completed. That's 20 million after we've bought more machinery, more fields and stuff like that. So now I need to go back and get some more stuff. So this tractor will have a few minutes of use already on it. I could probably reset that, I think, if I wanted to do, messing with the INI files. The XMLs, I could reset all the vehicle hours. I've brought 3 seeders over. Let's bring 3 ploughs over now. You can pretty much drive all the way through with these. Drop him off there. Next couple in beside him, and then we can bring the cultivators. The cars do drive over the bridge. I didn't think they did. train's coming. But it's taking shape now. Like I say, now we've got vehicles, we've got our buildings and stuff. It's all taking shape and looking nice. So I should have grass growing over on that field. I'll double check the one next to the BGA. I'm not going to start out owning the BGA. That is something we will have to acquire during the course of the Let's Play. As we progress and we make money and stuff, we will have to buy the BGA if we want to use that. One of the things that obviously will be case of where these vehicles are now, where I'm sort of parking them, is where I kind of expect to see them returned once players have finished with them as well. I'm going to be quite, you know, strict about that. People aren't just going to be dumping machines and leaving them where they like. You will be bringing them back to the store, the sheds. You will be cleaning them. You will be refilling seeders and planters after you've used them before you put them away so that they're ready for the next person to use. Anyone who doesn't do housekeeping and participate in the server housekeeping will find themselves removed from the server and not allowed back, let's say. You know, we're going to keep the farm tidy. I'm going to keep it organised. I'm going to know exactly where to go and get a piece of equipment from and where it gets put back. Okay? As if this was the real world. You know, if you was on a real farm, you wouldn't just leave machines willy-nilly here and there. You would have to put them back. You would have to clean them. You would have to refill them. We have 3 ploughs, we've got 3 cultivators. Like I say, I'm not going for jumbo massive equipment, ridiculous widths and stuff like that. I'm basically using whatever in-game, and I've gone for a decent sized plough and cultivator off the start. We may possibly get a bigger cultivator down the road, but I think 6 meters is a good size actually, and as long as it's got good speed. And I know that Sapphire cultivator does have good speed, then it shouldn't matter that it's only 6 meters, because you'll get through a field fairly quickly with it. And also it doesn't require ridiculously horsepower tractor, so you'll be able to get away with it with a 9 series. Then you wouldn't necessarily need to use one of these 1050s to do cultivating. I'm going to park this one up now because he's brought over a lot of equipment. I may get another 9 series, to be fair. It probably makes a bit more sense to have another 9 series. Put him in that gap then. Right. Another 10 series, 1050. Like I say, at least by doing it this way, there's no squabbling amongst players over who drives what machine. Right, let me bring over the... I'm going to bring the lime spreader over now. I'm going to put it next to the ploughs, because that way then, because generally speaking you're going to lime spread and then you're going to plough, aren't you? So keep the lime spreader with the ploughs. People don't get confused and think it's a fertiliser spreader, because it's white, colour coded, white for lime, blue for fertiliser. These are nice big sprayers, these spreaders. So again, shouldn't make doing jobs too long-winded, which means people aren't just going to get stuck for several hours doing spreading, fertilising or whatever. Can't see where I'm going. Bingo. There we go. One bradle next to the ploughs. Now I could bring over cultivators and stuff like that. We will need a loading wagon, I've just realised. Because when we do straw and stuff like that, we are going to have to pick up, aren't we? To put into the silo, and then we're going to need that for then filling up the placeable bunkers, like the production buildings and those elements. So what I'll do is I'll continue to do this. I'll continue to get everything shifted over to the farm. I'll get a few other bits and pieces purchased and positioned. And then we can take it where you can see how we are getting ever closer to the server and the start of the Let's Play series. Again, at this point I really do need people now to stand up, show of hands, who's going to be playing, who wants to play, who wants to join the server, because obviously that's going to help. Once I've got numbers and got definite concrete, you know, participation from people, I'll be able to work out then how I'm actually going to host and run the server. Whether I choose to rent a server or whether I just run it off of this PC will be determined by the number of people willing to play and participate. If we get a lot of people saying yes, I want to play, then obviously a hosted server would be better and would perform a lot better. I'm going to put these cultivators in here next to the seeders, because they're not that big. They don't take up a lot of room. So anyway, make sure to leave your comments in the section down below for me, and any questions regarding the server, the multiplayer, again, leave in the comment section for me. Make sure you've gone ahead and subscribed, because again, to be able to participate on the server you will need to be a channel subscriber or a Twitch subscriber over on the Twitch channel. And that's about it really I can think of. Oh, make sure you like this video, of course. Always make sure you like my videos. And I will see you all again very soon for another video. So, goodbye for now.